What's up, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLRA, coming at you with 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we duel a different deck every single day. Today, folks, no more Mr. Nice Guy. We're going all holds bar, and we're playing us some Kuribohs. That's right. The unstoppable furball comes at you again. This is my personal Kuriboh build. It's my pride and joy, and we're going to have ourselves a good time today. Big shout out to all the Kuriboh lovers in the deep blue sea, because we're going to go all out and destroy our opponents today. So let's get started. Alrighty, our first opponent going to be trying to go first with his deck. Can also go second, but I prefer going first, just to tell you. A nice opening hand. I decided to bring back the Nep sleeves. Legendary sleeves, you know, for a legendary deck. So I'm going to set a couple of trap cards. And let me think. I kind of want to save the flute, just in case I got my multiply, because then I can make big old link monsters. Nice little combo Kuribohs can do is just Kuriboh and multiply, because then you can build up into all sorts of things. Alright, we're up against Dark Lords, everyone's favorite Lords of Darkness. They're all about lockdowns and stuff, so I don't really appreciate that part. But other than that, I got Waboku. This will protect my monsters and protect me. Kuribohs are all about protecting your bros. And by bros, I mean they protect you. Because you're their bro. That's how it is. So, my opponent, he's doing the standard Dark Lord thing. Just drawing lots of cards. That's what he does. See, they're about lockdown. That's the thing. That's the thing, the biggest tragedy of Dark Lords, is that their main gimmick is making themselves as tribute fodder for things like Vanity's Fiend, Vanity's Ruler, more vanity things. It's kind of sad, to be honest, but, you know, what can you do? I mean, he's got Dark Lord Contact, that's one of his better cards, because he can bring back Superbia here, and then he can bring back his Itchel. Or Zerato, that's another option, whatever. Yeah, he gets to send a Dark Monster to pop my monsters. Luckily, I've got Winged Kuriboh here. If he's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I don't take any damage this turn. So even if he did want to do damage, he won't be able to. What are you gonna take? You gonna bring back Itchel? Alright. The thing that these Dark Lords can do is he can pay 1,000 and reuse one of his spell traps. So probably reuse Banishment of the Dark Lord so we can just add another card. Yep. Yes, indeed. He's gonna do that thing I just said he would do. Alright, get into the Superbia. Interesting choice. Must want to discard it. Ah, I see. Yeah, see, that's what I'm telling you. That's what Dark Lords do. They just keep drawing and drawing and drawing some more. It's what they do. And he's giving me life points, the fool. He has no idea what he's up against. He thinks just because Winged Kuriboh's not on the board that he's safe. But he's not safe at all. What the heck is this? Aegeon the Sea Castrum. Banish a random face-up monster from opponent's extra deck. Face up. This card's attack becomes equal to the banished monsters. No, not Lionheart! He's my boss monster! How dare you? How dare you stand where he stood? So you can just do that as long as you want? That's some BS. That's some actual BS. I mean, in this situation where I can't do nothing about that at the moment, then target opponent's banished, return to the extra deck, and if you do... Oh, Lord, he can just keep doing that. He can just keep milling out my extra deck, can't he? This is bad. That's kind of really bad, folks. I kind of need him to stop doing that. Alright. I was not expecting this thing. It's an annoying thing I wasn't aware of. Destroy monster, Poke controls the same. Okay, he's just going to keep using that to mill out my deck. That's really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Shoot, I cannot wait. I can't wait for Multiply anymore. I wish I could, but I'm just gonna flute and summon Kuriboh. We need to get things on the board, or if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna have to do it now. I wish I could go for... If I could only bring out my boy, it would be all good, but unfortunately, it's not going to be possible right now. I need to get things. Princess Sprite, I can detach a material from this. Excavate a card. If it's a monster, I lose it. If it's not a monster, I'm good. And yes, he does get to actually pop me, but this is actually going to play into my strategy. Because yes, he gets the Princess Sprite, but Princess Sprite still goes off. And this will work out just fine for me in the end. Alright, I got my flute back. Even better. So I'm deck thinning. I just need multiply. I can still do everything I want. I just need to get rid of this obnoxious thing. Because he keeps milling out my extra deck. Ah, no, he hit Astrum. I needed that for things. But if I'm lucky, he'll be dumb enough to attack me with this. Because then I'll be able to storm my Mirror's and put this back in the extra deck. Luckily, I have spare rank or link 4 monsters. Otherwise, I'd be really screwed, but I'm not screwed at all. This guy's just playing. He's just lucky that I'm not having my mirror. If I had my multiplied turn 1, this wouldn't be a thing. It would not be a thing, because I would have been perfectly good and dandy. But such is life. Sometimes you don't get the cards you want turn 1. Alright. Ah, see, he was foolish enough. He is going to attack with this. And that. And that as well. He's even going to leave Ukabak. I mean, Ukabak's the one thing I'm annoyed that he's going to get back, because then he can reuse it. As it stands, I've got Starming Mirror's. So what I'm going to do is use Kuriboh's effect to bring back all these. And then I shall chain Storming Mirror's. So I get 3 monsters, and he gets a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing! So, goodbye to you, and say hello to your furry friends. Except for you, Sphere Kuriboh, you don't have any hair. Which is kind of weird. You're kind of the weird one here, Sphere Kuriboh, I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of a weirdie. Kind of a weirdie. If I could draw another monster, it would be perfect, because then I can go for my things. I could go for big old Link 4 monster, I could go for other stuff. Really depends on what I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to do. Like kick this guy's butt for doing that to my poor boys. My poor boys! They don't deserve to be treated so. Destroy a card on the field. Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with that easy street. Alright. It would have been nice with Astrum, though, because he can't be targeted. Unfortunately, I don't have him anymore. So let's go ahead for the flute that summons our boy. This will summon forth our winged Kuriboh from the deck. It's really nice that I have the option of adding or special summoning. So what I'm going to do... Let me think about this. Yeah. I mean, he's got the trap card that can, like, steal my monsters, but I'm not too worried about that too much. So let's go ahead and go for Borrelsword and Avramax. There you go, there's a Borrelsword. He can't be destroyed by card effects, ever again. And we'll go for Link Kuriboh, our own Link monster. Let's go ahead and go for battle phase. I'm going to go ahead, attack this. Borrelsword's Dragon's effect activates. And I'll also use his other effect to switch this to defense mode. So that way I'm going to gain some attack points. I'm going to gain just a smidge of attack points, not a lot. But Borrelsword gets to attack again. I'm going to do a lot more damage. There you go. And then I'll attack with Link Kuriboh just to spite him. Spite Link Kuriboh. Use spite attack. Alright. So now we've got all that set up. Borrelsword's good. My opponent's low on the draw right now. He's got to be running low on stuff. I mean, he's got Itchel still. That is true. He still has Itchel. Probably still has another contact, too. Let me see. Yeah, he definitely has at least one more. Reasoning. Alright. Well, you're playing a lot of level 8s and junk, so I'm going to say level 8. No. 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 I picked it. Good. I picked up, well, it's level 11, but he can't, yeah, he can't be special summoned. It's Morningstar. That's his boss monster. I mean, arguably the boss monster of a Dark Lord deck is a Vanity's Ruler, but this is the technical boss monster. My opponent surrendered. They put up a good fight, and they gave me some spite. But I just kept on rolling, and Kuriboh punched him in the face with his huge muscular arms. So let's go ahead, call that a good old win, and go for our second opponent. Alright, our second opponent. See what happens this time. Hopefully no annoying destroy your extra deck monsters. Opening hand. It's an interesting opening hand. It's interesting because I have so many options, but I just gotta wait a minute for those options. Kuriboh here revives a monster when it's normal summoned. It's pretty nice. Can't revive itself because it can't be special summoned. It's a spirit monster. It allows me for some good Xyz plays and bringing back stuff and all that good stuff. Kuriboh's one of our better monsters. Did I just get Kaiju'd? Yes, I did. Yeah, Kuriboh's effect is, if my monster gets destroyed, not this thing, unfortunately, I can discard this to bring back one of the monsters that was destroyed. It works if I lose one monster or multiple monsters. We're up against the Hakai, the Unchained. Alright, so he's going to be popping this, which is probably one of the traps. He's trying to bring out Unchained Soul and link up. That's what his deck is about. Luckily, I can do at least a little bit of something against that. Not a lot, but something. Something. Let me think. Let me think here. Alright, I can do stuff. It's gonna be difficult, but I can do stuff. All I need to do is hope he goes for the red one, not the other one. Okay, no, he didn't go for either one. That's the thing. Like, I can destroy Hakai just fine, but I need to build up my Link monster, but his deck is all about interrupting Link climbing, and, you know, any sort of climbing of that nature, because his blue dog that he can make negates all that stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is not use Clear Kuriboh, but I'm going to use Kuriboh. Kuriboh here, I can special summon when I take a direct attack, and then he has to attack Kuriboh, and I'll gain life points instead of losing life points. Pretty nice. Pretty nice, Kuriboh. And I could use Clear, but I'm not going to just yet. That's more of an emergency thing. Clear Kuriboh, I can excavate a card. If it's a monster, I can summon it. It's pretty nice, but I like to save that for emergencies. So now go ahead, Kuriboh, bring back Bobble. I wish Bobble had the anime effect where I didn't have to only use it once. Ah, no! Not called by the groove! You monster! That's poison to a hand trap deck. You beast. Alright, well he didn't actually go... And he didn't actually go for the link. That's actually interesting. Alright, let me think about this. Like, I don't want to go whole hog, but at the same time I do, but at the same time I don't. Actually, I think I have an idea. I have an idea, and I think it's a good idea. I think it's one of them good ideas. So yeah, he's gonna pop himself, and he gets to summon out another monster. Alright, well I'm gonna summon this dude. I'm gonna summon Kuriboh. And he gets to summon out... Oh, he had another Unchained. But he doesn't have a card to discard, so he can't use it. Fancy. Alright. Let me think about that. That's a difficult decision here. I'm gonna go for defense mode. Let's go for Slacker Magician. This here can't be destroyed in battle once per turn, and if he targets it, which I like to do, then I can detach to negate and destroy. Plus I got Sphere Kuriboh, so I can stop one of these dudes, so I at least have one more turn. One turn, maybe 2 turns, possibly even 3 turns. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, he's got these 2 big boys. The 2 big boys with 3k attack points. And they can come back once after they're destroyed. Because afterwards they go to the bottom of the deck. Ooh, that's a lot, man. Alright, so he's gonna attack. I'm gonna be like, Spherical Kuriboh. Put that in defense mode. Spherical Kuriboh is not as useful as it used to be. Because, you know, links and things don't work on that. But now with Master Rule 5, I'm seeing this guy coming back a little bit. Because he's non-targeted battle position changing. Twin Twisters. Completely useless in this situation. Your move. Fine. It's fine. I've got stuff. I've got stuff for days, man. I mean, Slacker Magician's gonna die, sadly. But I'm looking in the long run. She's kept us alive. That's the thing about Kuribohs. We're just trying to stay alive as long as possible. You know, because the more, we get in the graveyard, the better we are. Target unchained and card on the field. No. No, sir. It has to be set, so that doesn't go off no more. Did you really think that would work against me? No, I was prepared for that. I was very prepared for your little homily there. So now I am going to lose Slacker. Sadly, she only can't be destroyed once per turn. Otherwise, she'd be a little too strong. Well, actually, no. Well, actually, kind of. She was one of the earlier Link monsters. That's true. Go ahead for Lightning Starmuk. Get rid of those. During the end phase, this card's in the graveyard is destroyed by the field. Special summon this card. Blah, blah, blah. I'm stealing that. Give me this. It's mine now. You can't have it. And why on earth would I want to do that? I don't know, but I'm attacking. Alright. So we'll attack with the Unchained Soul. I really wish this was something different, because against this guy, Twin Twisters is a really bad idea, because all of his spell traps do things when they're destroyed. Specifically, they summon more Unchained, but you know what I mean. If a card, let's see, if this card's special summon, discard a card, he's probably going to pop this. It's sad but true, but at least he doesn't have Ass Blossom. Although, this now goes back to his graveyard. So, he could potentially bring it back? I don't know. We'll find out next time when I go ahead and use Kuriboh's effect. Go ahead and draw Kado. Normally I would summon this to protect myself, but Curry Bandit is a thing we don't want to discard if we can help it. Because basically what I can do with this is I normal summon it, end phase tribute it, and I get stuff. Oh hey, there's a draw. This is a draw I can live with. Let's go for the Burial from the Different Dimension. Okay. Mouse is acting up. Okay, there we go. Mouse was acting up there a bit. I don't know why, but it was. I'm going to set this to spook him. End of Phazu. I get to use Curry Bandit. I tribute him. Excavate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. I want Multiply. I want Multiply for when I get my Kuriboh. And I discard. Not discard. Everything else goes to the graveyard. And now I've got lots of stuff. So that now my Kuribohs can swarm the board. And then my opponent will be a sad panda. I mean, yeah, he's got the Shackles. I always like the original name of this thing. It's the Shackles of Soul. That's way cooler than Abomination's Prison. Just call it the Shackles of Soul. I know localization gets paid, but, you know, that's a cooler name. Objectively so. Abomination's Prison? Really? That was the best you could come up with there, lads? Alright. Well, regardless, he's got the Shackles. He's going to get to add any Unchained card he wants from his deck to his hand. Probably going to go for Aruha, if I would guess. If he still has one, he did mill out 10 cards. Those cards are gone, my dude. Unless you've got, like, Necroface or some nonsense. Let's see how many Kuribohs we have right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can Kuriboh for 5 monsters. Because Kuriboh can revive himself. So that'll be cool. Yep, he had Aruha, as I figured. Because Aruha's one of his better things. He can set a card, pop it, or pop this, and then he can summon this out. Normally he uses it on the spell traps, but, you know, he can do it now. That works. Yeah, he's got to summon Aruha. Aruha Derchi, yes he is. Kuriboh going off. No to the rest of you. I only need one. I'm just going to summon all these Kuribohs. He ain't going to know what hit him. I swear if you... Okay, good. I was about to say if I got called again, I would be very, very upset. Call by the Grave is just toxic to us. We don't like it. We don't want to see it. So I've got 5 Kuribohs. What do you have? You have a guy in BDSM gear. I am not impressed. I'm not impressed because soon I shall summon forth a monster I don't know if you can get around. I don't know if he can get around Avramax with all the protection. Maybe. I mean, he has Kaijus. That is a thing. But I don't actually need that anymore. I was going to go for Avramax, but then I top deck that monster, and then I'm like, summon forth a lady with wings. Because this year's symbol Nightingale can attack him directly, and I can attack him up to the number of materials. And he has 5,000 life points. Y'all thought I was silly for bringing back that one dude? But guess what? It's the thing that's going to save my butt. So that's going to be a nice win. Good old Kuribohs, man, they is unstoppable. They are as unstoppable as soon as they start getting this stuff going, man. So, good effort on Mr. Hakai's part. You know, he played his deck just fine. But he should have gone for the links a bit more, because then he could have stopped me. So, there's a nice win. Let's go for duel number 3 and continue to kick butt. Alright, yeah, third opponent. We're on a roll so far, but that's to be expected. We are playing Kuribohs after all. Unstoppable. Undefeatable. That's just what they do. Alright, so what do we got for an opening hand? Master 5, yeah, whatever. This is fine. I don't care. Something I can do stuff with. I can at least get started. I get my things set up and all that. I got a clear Kuriboh. I've got Kuriboh. Things look good to me. You know, I'm going to leave my Link Kuribohs in the extra deck, though, because in order to make Avramax, you need things summoned from the extra deck. So if I go for a Link Kuriboh now, that won't work. But for now, let's go for Bandit and see what we get. No. Yeah, okay, those are some good things, but I'm going to go ahead and get the flute. Get the flute, that'll summon more Kuribohs. I think that is a good idea. Alright. So what are we up against? 50 cards something. It's one of those 50 cards something decks, you know? Like, he's got all these cards, he's gonna make some sort of weird combo. Or possibly this is a stall deck of the same variety. He started with a set... Oh, no, he's just got dangers. Okay. I was wondering. Alright, so Ogopogo... so just send a danger from the deck to the GY, except itself. So, okay, so he gets back the spell. Alright. Interesting indeed. Oh, man, he's hitting all of himself. He's hitting himself in the face, so they say. We'll see. We'll see. And I'm going to ditch Clear Kuriboh. That way he is in my graveyard. Alright, so far, looks like one of them... It's a very popular version of, level 8 dangers. I've heard of this deck before. I've seen this deck before. Alright, so now that's in his graveyard, Mr. Metal Snake. He can banish 8 cards from the top of his deck to summon that out. Alright, response team is gone again. This is fine. Discard a danger, put this card on bottom of deck. Alright. Well, now Pot of Desires and... Oh, no! Okay, actually, that's fine. I was like, oh, no! But actually, this will work just fine. It works just fine, because I've got the flute and I've got the multiply, which means I can finally build Avramax with all the protection. Also, I have Twin Twisters, so none of that, oh, pardon me, back row nonsense. Things are looking good for me. I don't know about my opponent. Things look bad for him. He has no idea of the pain and suffering he's about to be in. He has no idea. What are you going to do? I was about to say probably make Saryuja, but that'd be a bad move at this point because you have 2 monsters the same name. Zeraboros. Alright. If another monster summoned to a zone, this points to all this card. I see. Yes, and then he's going to banish everything on the board. And then what he can do is bring this back here. And then if I go for the extra monster zones, he can banish everything again. It's a nasty combo, but it's a combo he can do. So the standbys of your next turn. Okay. Okay, I can do this. I have a plan. Memphis has a plan. Let's go ahead. No to clear. Yes to Kuriboh. No. No. Let's go ahead and bring back... I'm going to just bring back 2. Because I don't want to use up everything. I'm going to put this here. That there. That's going to trigger. That's exactly what we want to happen. That is, in fact, my plan. Although Zeravorus is still a problem because he is non-targeted removal. So he could get rid of Avramax with that. Sad but true. Sad and a little true. But it's the best move we have at the moment. Yeah, he had this guy, he started with all the good stuff. He had Monster Reborn and all that other stuff. And he still has a Orochi. He still has a Orochi, but he's not going to use it because he only can use it twice. Alrighty. Now it's my turn. During the standby phase of your next turn after this card is banished. Yeah, so it's not your turn, it's mine, or at least it should be. I think it's asking if he wants to go with the snake. I mean, he could go with the snake, don't get me wrong. I don't know if he would want to do that, though. It's a tricky thing. It's a very tricky thing. Banish all cards. Yeah, that banishes my traps, too. Excuse me. That should not be working right now. This standby of your next turn. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work, young man. Alright, well. This is unfortunate, because I was going to do stuff, but as it stands, I'm just going to set Storming Mirror Force, hope for the best. Just have to hope for the best at this point. If he summons something to either of these zones, I'm in trouble. Yeah, that's not, it says during the standby of your next turn after this card is banished, not anybody's next turn. That's not how that works. That is not how that works. Alright, well, weird glitches aside, I've stopped Storm and Mirror Force. That will stop Zeravorus. So, at the very least, if I can do that, things will be fine. All I really need is no, and go away. Storming Mirror Force, boyo. No Zeravorus for you. Yeah, I mean, he is gonna get that out, but that's fine. I don't mind the Steel Snake. He can do some damage, even. That's fine. I will use my Clear Kuriboh, though, just because. Get another draw. Hey, Monster Reborn, cool. Ironic, we both are gonna have the use of this. Alright, now it's our turn. So this is the part where everything goes boom. I'm gonna go ahead and go Flute of the Summoning of Kuribohs. And summon our boy in attack mode. This is the part where we do our link climbing shenanigans. Because I can be like, here's some tokens. We've got like 5 Curry brothers on the board. Hello, here we are. We're going to go ahead and go for a good old Masquerena. Masquerena being very nice because she gives the monster we link up into some nice battle, or not battle, but effect protection. Let's go ahead and go for all of this stuff. I could go for anything, but I usually go for Avramax first. The reason being that he has to have some, stuff from the extra deck to be summoned and all that. So I prefer going for him first, just because of that. Alright, do you have anything in the grave I care about? I could steal that, but I'm not going to bother. Let's go for Foolish Burial. I'm just going to dump another card. Dump this. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of that snake. It'll be the last time we see Snake. Because now he's only going to have so many cards left in his deck. So, there you go. We'll do a nice 3,000 damage. Gonna attack with this Link Kuriboh. If he uses that effect, he loses. I hope he knows that. I hope he realizes that the use of this effect will kill him. Okay, he's not that dumb. Okay, good. We'll go ahead and set this to Spook, and we'll end the phase. I think we're good. He's used up a lot of stuff. I mean, granted, there's a potential of Grenmaju still being in his deck. But what are the odds of that happening? I mean, yeah, he's got Response Team. That's going to pop my set card. Not a problem, though, because Twin Twisters was just there to spook him. He probably thought that was Storming Mirror Force again, honestly. And he surrenders, as should be. My opponent put up a good fight. Zeravorus, even though I'm pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen. I was able to out it, so all's good. Let's go for the 4th duel, and we'll wrap it up nice and clean today. Alrighty, our final opponent against probably Sly Marbo. With a name like that, I'm going to go off on a limb and call it Sly Marbo. Opening hand. I would have liked this being winged Kuriboh, but as it stands, it's fine. I've gone to the lightning storm. So even if bad things happen, I should be okay. You know, I've got double Kuriboh and I've got Kuriboh. Things look alright to me. If I top deck multiply, I can go for my Linky combo again. Things will look pretty good. Alright, we're up against a junk deck. It's the only deck that ever would play Quillbolt Hedgehog. Not necessarily a good thing, because Quasar is a nasty thing. It's a nasty card that's hard to get rid of. Especially for our deck. We don't have no kaijus, no nothing like that. So we'll see. We'll see indeed. I have no face-up cards, so I can still use Lightning Storm if my opponent just goes for a bunch of... Okay. So this is, in fact, Assault Mode. Okay. I can go with that. Assault Mode's cool. You know, it's not the most viable thing in the world, but it works for me. Oh, pardon me. But yes, we've got Quillbolt Hedgehog on the board. He's got Booster Warrior. Alright. Interesting. I'm very curious as to what he's actually going to go for. Considering, let me think, Assault Mode. Probably going to be Stardust Assault Mode. It being the best Assault Mode. Next to, well, I guess the Assault Halberd one is good too. Let me think. Who else is good? Arcanite Magician one's okay. I think he's just going to go for a Saryuja to draw stuff. That appears to be what my opponent's currently thinking. Or no, he's going to go for Needle Fibber. Or this thing. I'm getting all of my things mistaken today. Whatever. It's not the problem. You know, if it was a problem, I'd sound worried. I'm not worried at all. He's just doing stuff, man. I'm fine with this. Lightning Storm. So, yeah, he's got tuning. Gonna go ahead and add a Synchron. Probably gonna be Junk Synchron. And then he has to mill a card. I like, no, the original effect of this and like that. Like the anime and all that, it was like, you add a tuner and then you mill equal to its level. But that would make this way, way too strong. Being able to add any tuner and be milling cards that much, that would be a bit much. But my opponent didn't do a whole lot. Not gonna lie, that wasn't much. I don't trust this set card. It was Assault Mode Activator. I just didn't trust it. You know, you can't trust set cards nowadays. There's too much negation in the game. Too much junk in the game. Pun possibly intended. So we're going to go ahead for our Kuriboh combo. This is good old Relink Kuriboh, who is useful in situations. Not all the situations, but in certain ones, he works just fine. We're going to go ahead for Link Kuriboh. And another Linky Kuriboh. That's what I like to do, man. I just like to go for all the boys. And you know what? I'm going to go for Topological Bamber Dragon. And my reason for going for Topological Bamber Dragon is that I can nuke all of his monsters this turn. Because I'll just summon this over here. Topological, destroy everything in the main monster zones. And then I can attack this. He won't take much damage, but he will take damage equal to his monster's attack points. So it's nice. So this can't be destroyed. If his monster's summoned to one of these 3 or 4 zones, then everything in the main monster zone will get destroyed. So if he goes for like Junk Speeder and like swarms the board, this will pop all of his stuff. You barely missed that one, lad. You almost lost that glow-up bulb. I want you to realize you almost lost that boy. Alright, so Junk Synchron, alright. Quillbolt's gone, by the way. He's banished because he left the field after using his effect. So he's going to probably get back one of the... Well, he can't... No, he can bring back, yeah, he can summon any of those monsters except for the Beastie Boy. He can summon Formula Synchron. He can summon this, that. He can summon a lot of things. But if he summons to this zone, he loses everything. Everything is gone now. Everything is dead, and my opponent surrenders to the power of Topological Bamber Dragon. So, there's another clean Kuriboh win, man. So, you know, I think I'm satisfied today. Let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. Kuribohs of 2020. Why is Sphere Kuriboh over there? He should be over here. Yeah, yes. Anyway, Kuribohs did excellent. 4 out of 4, as I expected, of course. And, you know, we're just unstoppable. We do all of our link combos. I didn't get to do Lionheart, which is unfortunate, but, you know, it's fine. As much as I always loved summoning Lionhearts, everybody else was up to task. Knightingale, Avramax, and, you know, Bomber Dragon. Things went good for us. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Smash like if you did. Tomorrow I have a viewer request for crawlers. And we're going to be doing some crawler action and have ourselves a good old time. So until next time, your boy Memphis is signing out. Stay safe, stay sexy, and I'll see you next time. Take care.